Hi there, Phyllis Outback here. It's a bit of a tips, let's say some tips for you younger bikers. Wear earplugs, get some bloody earplugs in. I've been riding my bike now for, well, let's say I'm 51 now, been riding since I was 16. Go my maths. That's 34 years, 35 years. Hell's bells, 35 years of riding a bike. Yeah, and my hearing's going. No, it's not going. I'm not saying quite deaf. I've got hearing problems, and I'm laying them squarely at the door of riding bikes, and especially this one actually. It used to be alright when you didn't go above 60 miles an hour for very long. This one, when I first got the bike, I was doing stupid speeds all the time with a really rubbish helmet. This screen is pretty bloody useless when it comes to wind protection. It fires all the wind squarely at my helmet, and if I actually duck down, the wind noise gets even louder still for some strange reason. So I'm just saying, wear earplugs. They'll save you a lot of grief later on. The reason I mention it, just coming over here, I forgot to actually put my earplugs in, and it's one of those weird things. I don't know if you got in a car and, hey, I'm macho, and don't bother putting your seatbelt on. It feels like that. It just feels wrong. It's just, it now feels right to be riding a bike with earplugs in. And since I've started using earplugs, I've not noticed my hearing getting any worse. I have been chased by the police once because I didn't hear his siren going. Reckoned he was almost going to get the helicopters on me before I noticed. So maybe another tip is to use earplugs and look in your rear mirror a bit often. That cost me 3 points, did that? That was bad news. Anyway, it's well worth protecting your hearing. But I'll tell you, it's a bit bad when you can't hear what's going on half the time. Mostly it seems to be when I'm out enjoying myself with my mates and I just can't hear what's going on. Kind of go into my own little world, Bill's world I call it. Kind of make up what a lot of people say. Kind of wobbling on a bit now. So, tip one, wear earplugs. Oh, I can overtake these guys. It's all 30 miles an hour even though we're out in the middle of nowhere. Okay. Oh, lots of traffic, that's bad news. But only for so long. Okay, here we go. 2, 3, 4. Yeehaw! Yes, the second tip number 2. And this is actually for vlogging, is I've noticed that when I don't put my scarf on, it's only a tiny little thin wisp of a thing, but when I don't put it on I get a lot of wind noise with the in the microphone. So you can improve your quality of videos by following this simple tip. Keep your neck warm. I don't know why, but it just seems to stop a lot of wind noise inside the helmet. Let's have another tip. Oh yeah, this. Get a sponge. Whenever it rained, I used to use the back of my finger like that. But I've taken to, I don't know why, but the latest lot of dubbing I've got doesn't seem to soak in properly to these gloves, and I keep leaving smears across my visor, so when I in the rain I can't see a damn thing because I've got dubbing smeared all over my visor. So I now use this. Brilliant. Not only that, but it came in the other day when there must have been a party going on of green flies. I was trogging on as you do, and I thought, ooh, what's that up ahead? And it was a cloud of green fly. I went through them, I couldn't see a damn thing. I got a green out of green fly. Green shit all over my visor. And I managed to clear a space with that. Plus then when I got to a petrol station, dipped it into a bucket of water, and I was away again. So I thoroughly recommend a tiny piece of foam. So that was tip 3. Oh yes, tip 4. Don't be a muppet. Wear gloves all the time. See some of these little kids out with just t-shirts on, no gloves. Actually, it's the nutters that you see in t-shirts, but they put the gloves on. What's the point? You're gonna fall off. You're gonna be a mess. Wear the gear, even in hot weather. I don't know how you guys in Australia are going. Got a mate out there now who's just been and bought his dream bike. He says, I can't ride it most of the time, it's too hot. So yes, 4 simple tips. Phil's tips. Not the Silent Biker's tips. So if you've got any more, put them down. And if you haven't got any, have a read of down in the comment section. See if anybody else has left some brilliant tips, because there are some brilliant tips out there. I just can't think of any at the moment. Bit of a tale about my piece of sponge. I first saw this being used at the TT, and it was the I was actually, well, it wasn't at the TT, it was at the little known Manx Grand Prix, which is exactly the same as the TT, only a month or 2 later, and there's many more races, so I don't know why that's not more popular. Anyway, I was over there and I was looking around the sidecar guys. They are nutters. Any road. A couple of them had little jam jars of water with a sponge in. What these guys do is they're trogging along at 140 mile an hour or so, and they clean the visors with flies. So they have a little pot of water. So this is this sponge tip. It's an old-fashioned one from the TT. Oh, where am I going? Been busily talking to you, and I've gone the wrong way. What a muppet. Anyway, stopping now. So it's Phil the Silent Biker saying ta for now.